most of the primary and middle school around the world is grouping children based on the age, meaning that they are followed a fixed curriculum that is designed for an average student of their certain group of age, right? The proposition is to propose a radical reform of education system and that aims to improve the quality and quality of learning outcomes for all students. The response of the proposition to this motion is to argue that the certain system of grouping children based on the age is inefficient and unfair as it fails to cater diverse needs and abilities for of students individuals and that the proposed system of grouping children by competency and intelligence is more efficient and fair as it provides more stimulating and supportive learning environment for its students. The facts on the status quo are the certain system of grouping children based on the age causes significant harm to the students, teachers, society, economics, as its first one holds back high achieving students who are bored and unchallenged by the curriculum and prevents them from raising their full potential. The second one is frustrating low achieving students who are overwhelmed and discouraged by the curriculum and increase their risk of dropping out or failing. And the third one is creates a rigid and standardized education system that does not allow the flexibility, creativity, and personalization. And the last one is re, reinforce the social and economic inequalities by creating a gap between the students who have access extra resources or support and those who do not. And the impact of the motion are the proposition system of groupings the proposed system of grouping children based on the intelligence and competency will benefit the students, teachers, and society and economic the as it will provide more stimulating and engaged learning environments for high achieving students who can advance their own at their own and can explore their interests. And the second one is provide more the supportive and encouraging learning environmental of for low achieving students who can who can reserve uh, who can retrieve more attention and grades from the teacher uh, and the others. And it can also create a more flexible and deserved education system that allows for adaptation and innovation. And it also can promote social and economic justice to ensuring that every student has equal opportunity to success and excel. And the mechanism of the motion is the proposition policy will be implemented and enforced by abolishing primary and middle school years that grouping children based on age and instead grouping them based on based on the competency and intelligence, meaning that they will be placed in the classes and grades that match with their academic level and learning style. The students also will be assessed and grouped based on the intelligence and competency using various methods and tools that can measure and monitor their academic progress and potential, such as a standard release test, portfolio interview, and observation. The teacher will receive the educate learning and resource to implement the new system and will have no autonomy and creativity in design their lessons and activity. The urgency is the certain system of grouping children based on the age is causing significant harm to the students, that this harm will only worse over time if no action is taken. And the project the projections showing that the future demands for skilled workers who can adapt to the challenging needs for the labor market and the society. And how proposition can deal with this motion, it's to to prevent the possible objection and concerns that the opposition teams or other audience might have about the proposition policy, such as like how will the students cope the economic and emotional and social implication of being grouped by the competency and intelligence. So the proposition will term the argue that the students will benefit from being in class peers who share their abilities and interests, and they are will develop more confidence and self improvement by being challenged and supportive. And how will the parents react the new of system that grouping children based on the competency and intelligence? The proposition can suggest the parents will be informed and involved in the process of assessing and grouping their children, and they will see the positive result in their children's academic and perform and motivation. And how will the students cope, I'm sorry, how will the teachers adopt to the new system of grouping children and by the competency and intelligence? So the proposition team can suggest that the teacher will receiving training and researching to implement the new system, and they will have more autonomy and creativity in design their lesson activity. So as a proposition, we are so proud to support this motion. Thank you.